Oh, they're coming along great. Obviously, they got their feet wet within the first couple games, and it was good to see them finally get in and get some experience in because we're gonna need that later on in the season. It's not just gonna be the guys on the front row playing; it's gonna be the whole defensive unit that we need in that D line. So it's been good to see their growth. Obviously they've had some busts that they want to get back, and they've had some good plays that they've made. So it's been good to see the growth that they've made over these last couple of weeks.
Cleveland, you're a Virginia guy. How excited are you about playing your first game in Lane Stadium?
I'm excited. I mean, it's not about the stadium; it's about just being back in my home state. I remember getting recruited by Virginia Tech. It came down really close between here Tech and LSU, and most of the coaching staff that was there that recruited me, they didn't. I think they're all gone since the new coach came in, but it's gonna be fun. I have a good number of my family coming to the game, and I'm just excited for the opportunity. It's no different than any other game, but it is kind of fun. Being back in your hometown, home state.
How much did you watch them growing up? Will it be kind of surreal being in that environment?
I wouldn't say surreal. I've been in a lot of different environments, but how much did I watch them growing up? I mean, a ton. I mean, when you watch the Mike Vicks, the Marcus Vicks, the Tyrod Taylors of the world, that's who I came up watching. So it's kind of crazy that I get to actually go and play against those same teams that they play for. So it's gonna be a great opportunity for us.
You've been on some good lines already in your Clemson career. What makes this year's defensive line so good?
I feel like it's just the unity and the relationship that we have. I feel like this is the closest that we've ever been as a group, as a defensive line unit. I don't know, I don't I don't want to say this, but I don't think it's nobody else in the country that's as close as a group of guys that we have here. It's really a family when I'm telling y'all this. Blood couldn't make us any closer. You're not gonna have any more groups as selfless as we are. We love seeing everybody in that group have success and make plays, and I think that's just what makes us better because we know that if everybody's having success, then we just gonna make the team 10 times better. So that's big. That's the biggest thing. They're perfect, both of them. Yes.
Cleveland, y'all have come up with three interceptions in the last two games, but haven't recovered a fumble yet. How eager are you as a defensive line to come up with that first fumble?
We're very eager. I mean, I remember the Auburn game. I had caused the first one, and I'm like, well, we ain't recovered that one. But I mean, we're eager to, but we're not gonna let it hone in on us. We know turnovers. It's a part of the game. They're gonna come, and obviously, Coach Sweeney is on us about that. Causing turnovers because if you win the turnover margin, then most of the time you're gonna win the game. So we're very eager to get another one, force fumble, and recover it this time.
How tough was the decision between Virginia Tech? Obviously, given they give you a lot of credit, I'm sure they're Virginia Tech fans. How difficult was it to tell them no?
It was really tough. That's the home school. They recruit. I mean, they recruit just as hard as like a Georgia recruits the state of Georgia. It's really, really strong on how like hard they recruit you when you living in Virginia. And for me, I didn't really realize how serious they were about recruiting the state until I had called the coach up and told him that I was gonna go to Clemson because that was my thing. I had called the main schools that I was talking to and told them I was gonna go to Clemson and that I was just happy for the opportunity for them recruiting me. And when I called and told them, it wasn't the best conversation with the coach. I'm not gonna tell you who it was, but let's just say he kind of cussed me out a little bit. But I mean, it was all good because we had built a close relationship, and he just kind of didn't understand why I chose Clemson over Virginia Tech. But I mean, it's all fun. It's all fun and games now. It's in the past.
Have you heard from a lot of people, friends growing up about your choice?
Yeah. I mean, definitely. Like when I first committed to Clemson, people just not too many people really realized how I didn't even realize how good we were going to be. Because my freshman year was the first year we went to the national championship and we had lost. But when I committed, people was like, "Why are you going there? Like why don't you and the other guys that was getting recruited on my high school team go to Virginia Tech? Start something great there. Bud Foster, that defense. That great offense they gonna have. Bucky Hodges, all them." And so when I committed Clemson, everybody was just like, "Why Clemson, man?" I was just like, "Man, it's just different." And then we got here, it really was different because I didn't think we were gonna go to the national championship my redshirt year, and then for the year after that, we went right back and won it. So it was just like it's crazy. So now I know I made the right decision for sure.
From being around here, what do you know about why this is such a good defense year in, year out these last few years, even with all the guys you lost from coaching last year?
I feel like it's just because of the culture that we got here. We really about it starts with recruiting, but then it starts with just the type of coaches and the type of players that are already here. We really built from the inside out, and it starts with the defensive line. And I feel like that's been the really biggest thing as far as why we've been so stout in having to hone in on having a great defensive unit for the past couple of years because we understand that the closer you are to the ball, the more value that you have to the team. And that's where it all starts up front. And then from that on, you go to the linebackers and to the safeties and to the corners. And that's just kind of how our team is built because we built from the inside out.
Will you take a moment when you walk inside Lane State? Did you have a moment where you just kind of look around and envision what you saw in like Big Two? And now it's your chance to be on that same thing.
No, I won't get too starstruck like that. I mean, I just treat it like it's another game. I feel like I played in the biggest game, so just because it's me playing in my home state again and in Lane Stadium, and I was really close to going there, it won't really make a difference to me on how I take on this game. It's just another game, and it's only the biggest game of the year because it's the next one. So I'm gonna go through my regular pre-game stuff, but it will be kind of cool because I will look up and see like all my family there because I'm gonna have about 20, 30 people at the game. So that's probably gonna be the only thing if I do look up and just be like, dang, all y'all here? But so that's about it.
Whenever somebody gets, as you said, cussed out, called out, not doing something, you can go there. Do you go in there now with a little bit of a chip, or kind of like, when you step on the field, the way they react when you told them to do kind of
I go into every game with a chip on my shoulder. Just kind of just have that something. I have something to prove mentality. And when we played them last year, me being a young guy, so I did kind of think about it last year. But this year, I mean, no, that's not really what I'm looking for. This year is more so just I feel like we left a lot on the table last year with it being a close game, and I feel like we kind of left some doubt. And so that's how I'm going to look at it this year. I feel like we want to go out and leave no doubt this year. So, not really thinking about that, as far as like just that whole thing that happened in the past. Nah.
You won the game. What do you mean leave no doubt? You won the game.
Yeah, you can win games, but it's at the end of the day, it's about winning. But the way we do things here is we want to win. It's about how you play and how you win. So at the end of the day, if you win games, yeah. So you might have won, but you want to win a certain way, and it's about how you play. So you can still win, but not play good. You know what I mean?
Pretty similar to the Louisville game in that regard. Last year was really close, and this year you kind of left no doubt.
Exactly. That's a perfect example.
I imagine you know several of the Virginia Tech players pretty well. Or any
Mm-hmm.
guys you particularly know well?
Raymond Minor, number 18. That's my boy. We played in high school together. I know a couple other guys. Tim Settle. We we didn't go to the same high school when we was getting recruited. Coming up, we talked a lot, and he's a big character. I know the other defensive end that goes there. I can't remember. I think we're number 94. I know him. Trayvon Hill. I think that's his name. Yeah, he's a good player, and. I still remember, obviously, I still know Bud Foster. Last year, shook hands with him after the game. It was a tough game. So, yeah, I definitely know a bunch of people there. And a bunch of my friends from high school go there, so they're going to be at the games, too, just off their student tickets.
Will there be any friendly trash talking or banter leading up to the game this week?
I don't know if we do friendly trash talk, but, I mean, that's just a part of the game, so it's going to be some jawing going on, but I don't know if it's going to be too friendly.
you converted family members and friends to being Clemson fans?
Hey, it was when I first committed here, it was hard for them to accept it because they was like my whole family wanted me to go to Tech, but I mean they with me to the end, so they kind of just grew into the Clemson thing. Now they all telling me, yeah, go beat Tech, all that, so it's been good.
What do you know from like Dexter Lawrence all the time? They're going to explain why he's so good on Saturday.
He just got a will to win, and I love about him. He just has that will to where he feel like he wants to be the best, and he got to go out there and prove it every day. A lot of guys with talent like that, they feel like they just gonna show up and just be good regardless. They ain't even got to have the mindset. But he's got the mindset to where, he wants to dominate you every play, and he wants to beat up on you. He wants to like physically abuse you because he know that he can do that with the talent and ability that he has, and that's what I love about him. We call him Big Baby, but he's like a I mean, he a Mack truck, man. He can do so much, and he knows that he can do that, and that's what I love about him, just his mentality.
You mentioned a few of your favorite Virginia Tech players, the Dick brothers. Who's your favorite defensive player for Virginia Tech over the years? Bruce Smith, is that too early?
I mean, that's too early for me. I mean, when I was getting recruited there, My friend from high school played there, Nigel Williams. I played again, but when I was getting recruited there, James Gale, light skinned guy, number 99. He was a good player that I liked. You know, when I was getting recruited there, he was really good. So I liked him a lot.
You guys, you beat Auburn away from here. You beat Louisville at Louisville. Why does this team seem to be so good? Away from here. You successful. What is it about this team that you guys seem to, relish? Play so well on the big stage away from home.
I feel like just because we don't get indulged in as far as making everything the big stage. Everything the way we go about things, everything just another bite out of that elephant, and we're just trying to eat the whole elephant. Some bites gonna be juicier than the others when you had the game days and the 8 o'clock games, the big time games with all the hype. But we just look at it as every game we playing against Clemson. We're not playing against the number 2 ranked team in the country or the whatever.
You are the number 2 ranked.
Well, I was using that example. Whatever. Louisville was ranked 13th, I think, something like that. We don't look at it as that. Are we playing against the Heisman Trophy winner? Or we playing against the great SEC Auburn? You know what I mean? We just look at it. We playing against Clemson because we know best is the standard, and here we feel like our best is better than everybody else's best if we play to that standard. So that's why we feel like we're not overwhelmed with any stage, to be honest.
Are you guys comfortable yet now at this point being being everyone's target? Because you're defending national champions, reigning national champions. You are. People go in. They want this is the big game for Clemson. Are you guys comfortable being the target? Kind of. You like that? You okay with that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a great spot to be in. As far as us, it's really we embrace the target here. That's kind of culture that we built here. We not be afraid of the moment. We don't see things as challenges here. We see things as great opportunities. So, just understanding that that's who we wanted to be. It can never overwhelm us because we expected to be in this position, and we feel like it's just a great opportunity.
It's got a young quarterback. You guys, as experienced defense, kind of go, okay, let's rattle this guy. Let's blitz him. Let's see if let's shake him up here.
Nah, man. We just got to go out there. We prepare. We respect the game. Even though he a young quarterback, we played a young quarterback in the national championship last year, and he did pretty well against us. So you can never underestimate somebody. If you don't respect the game, you will get disrespected. So we just kind of go into it. He's a very good player. We know what he can do. He's done well for them. They're 4-0. Been killing people the last couple of games. So I mean, we're gonna have to come in and play one of our best games.
Why is that pass rush of yours? Your team has been so good this year.
I mean, it's just first off, it just starts with a will and a mindset to get to the quarterback. Obviously we want to stop the run first, but at the end of the day, sacks and affecting the quarterback is so big in this game because the quarterback has the ball in his hands every play. So if you can affect him, then that just changes the entire game. So that's what I feel like. I feel like it starts with the desire to get to him. If anything, yeah, you can have guys with all the ability in the world, but if they don't have a passion or a desire to get to him, then the sacks is going to be minimal. So many of our sacks this year are effort sacks because we just want it, more than anybody. So that's what I feel like it is, the desire.